A frontal attack charging head-on in the open under fire is one of the most dangerous orders in warfare. Men will die, and sometimes it's still the right call. A competent commander gives that order only when four conditions are true. Miss one, and it becomes a body count. Founders bet everything the same way, except most of you skip the checklist and don't survive the charge. By the end of this, you'll have the exact four-gate decision that tells you when to go all in on your company and when going all in just bankrupts you faster. I've built two companies to millions of dollars and lost both. Now, as a reserve officer, I run my companies on the exact decision doctrine I'm about to give you, the one that stops the all-in call from being a gamble. So here's the lie. Go all in is a test of nerve, courage, determination. It isn't. To a professional, it's a go-no-go checklist. Bravery without the checklist doesn't make you a founder. It makes you a casualty. So, four gates. Miss one, and it's not courage. It's a body count. Gate one. The threat has to be close. A commander only charges when the enemy is close enough to hit fast. Before the distance drains his momentum and leave his men exposed the whole way in. Too far and you lose momentum, you burn your energy and you become an easy target. In business, close is your runway almost gone with a product that could save you still stuck in development, and you're polishing it. The threat is already here. You don't have the distance left to keep perfecting. You force it to market now, whatever it takes. And here's a harder version. Inside 50 meters, a grenade's throw, pulling back kills more of your men than charging does. There's no safe retreat left. In business, that's the mammoth deal your whole next year was built on, collapsing with bankruptcy right behind it. That's the 50-meter rule. Stop deliberating, you attack. If gate 1 is clear, you move to gate 2. But remember, if even one gate turns red later, the whole attack is off. So, gate 2, there is no better option. A frontal attack is only ordered when everything safer is off the table. No flanking, no air support, no indirect fire. Your battlefield does the same thing. Let's say you're near the end of your cash. You've got several product lines, but only one has the margin to pull you out if you throw everything behind it. The slow, safe, diversified approach doesn't pay out in time. So you go frontal with the one thing that can actually win. Here's the discipline most founders miss. Going all in is never your first move. It's your last one, chosen only after every smarter option is genuinely gone. If a safer path still exists and you charge anyway, you're not bold, you're impatient. And impatience in the open gets you killed. But even if going all in is the only move you have left, you still can't push forward unless it passes gate 3. It actually has to have a realistic chance of working. A commander only charges if his unit could, at least on paper, overrun what's in front of it. He's never certain those two enemies he sees could have a platoon behind them, but from what he can see and what he knows his men can do, it should work. If it can't, charging isn't brave, it's suicide, and pulling back is the better call. Same in business. You can't see every variable, but based on what's actually in front of you and what your resources can do, a win has to be realistic. If the risk is overwhelming and your real odds are zero, you have to pull back, even if that means the company dies. This is the gate that separates founders who live to build again from the ones who don't. Yes, fortune favors the brave, but it buries the deluded. If it's over, let it be over. Don't pawn your house to stretch out the funeral. If you're still standing after gate 3, there's only one obstacle left, and it's the one most people fail. So gate 4, total violence or nothing. Once the order's given, the charge is pure violence. Total aggression, total speed, no hesitation, because momentum is the only advantage you have left. The unit that flinches in the open dies there. So, your version, the second you commit, everything else dies. The side projects, the hedges, the comfortable pace gone, because half committed isn't caution, it's the worst possible outcome. You take the full risk and generate none of the momentum that was supposed to pay for it. You bleed out in the middle. So here's what you run. Gate 1, is the threat actually close enough to hit, or are you charging out of fear? Gate 2, is every safer option genuinely gone? Gate 3, could this plausibly work with what you have? Not certainly, but plausibly. And gate 4, can you commit with total aggression once you start? And here's the rule. You need a yes to all 4. One on a snow and you don't go all in. You find another way. Or you take the loss standing up and live to build again. But before you make that call, you should know which way you're wired. Because under pressure, most founders default to one of two failures. They gamble on adrenaline where 3 gates are red, or they freeze when all 4 are green. I built a short assessment that identifies your exact all-in decision pattern, whether you charge blind or you flinch, in about 3 minutes. Links in the description. Run it before your next big bet.